Well, I told y'all I had bad news about the mesquite last time. I have some good news. The deal did not go through, kind of last minute. The owner even gave the earnest money back. This also means I don't have to get rid of cattle. So yay, win for cattle. They're right behind me and I've got range views. So they're excited. Look what we had here. You had another one that looks just like you. See if we're a boy or a girl. A girl. The hangy thing you see in the middle of her belly is where her belly button would be. It's a little floppy when they're born. I've named her Lantana because all of the Longhorns have Texas-y names. Her mom is Ladybird and her sister is Lizzie Johnson. We just call her Lizzie. And all the mixed cows have Charlie Brown names. The old cow on the right's name is Peppermint Patty. She's mom to Sally and Lucy, who's at the farm. Right next to her is her son Charlie. This is Charlie. He is a couple months younger than Lizzie. And this is Bluebonnet, who we call Bonnie. You need your own pile? You can have a little bit. Spoiled little Bonnie. And this is Sally, and we've been waiting for her to have a baby for a while. She's backed up, so she could be any point. Now, before any of these steers grow big enough, we've had a beef order that we needed to fill, so we bought another Longhorn that will be ready within 6 months or so. This is carne asada. Now, he was a show steer, so he's pretty fat. He's been fed on grain, but in the meantime, while we still have him growing him out, that grain-fed look will start to disappear and he'll have more of the taste of the grass-fed. Now, since I went over the cows at the lease, I might as well tell you again, this is Lucy, the Black Angus there. Her mom is Peppermint Patty, and she had twins this year. Rerun is the darker one, and Linus is the red one. And this is Frida, our Charolais Angus cross. She's a silver color. And about 4 days after carne asada, she had her baby, Peggy Jean. I am running seriously low on Charlie Brown names. Springtime with all the rain and green grass brings intestinal parasites. This is some kind of worm that came out of one of the pig's butts. So it's time to deworm. This is ivermectin poron. This is the way we do it because this is how we can do it. We don't have a way to squeeze them in and give them an injectable. We can also put a wormer in their water, but this is how we do it. In the water. Oh, see, it wasn't a big deal. Yeah. We've had 5 litters of pigs from January to March, and we are out of feed. So here's our long trip to go get feed again. Then we have to go all the way back to our farm. Thank goodness our neighbor at Chimney Stack Farm gets deliveries there. It makes things so much easier. We also made a delivery to them. They ordered 8 Idaho pasture pig feeders. They're gonna see how they taste, how they grow out, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna like their temperament. They're a lot easier to work with when they're not as wild. No, We've made a breeding schedule for the next year, and everybody's gonna follow it this year, okay? We're not gonna do this 5 litters at one time. We put Jenny in with Hagrid because she was already in heat, and we were gonna put her in a week anyway. So this way we don't miss this cycle. And we put Sirius with Lily. We plan on breeding every 3 months. I know that sounds a lot, but each pig needs to be bred twice a year so they won't gain a bunch of weight. It's just right here. Oh! Now, if you haven't seen my last 2-week update video, I'll link it down below, but I sheared my Shetland Ram. He was a lot different than shearing Katniss. I've had her longer, she is a Southdown, and I have to get her completely wet and degrease her a little bit because she has a lot more lanolin. And it gunks up my blades so they won't work properly. In fact, towards the end of this year, I was praying they would keep going. In the last year, I had a viewer ask me what I was going to do with the wool. I am processing it right now. Actually, it's cleaned and dried. And I had someone in the Shetland community teach me how to process it further. So once I get just a little bit better at it, I will video how I'm making yarn. But this is how it starts out. We separated the babies last night, so they are mad. We'll let them be on their moms this afternoon and then separate them again tonight. If you can hear what I'm saying. Weaning time is loud. We do it like this so that we don't lose our sanity during the day having to hear them screaming for their moms. They're old enough to not have their moms anymore anyway, but this way we can also ensure that everybody gets enough food and aren't pushed out of the way. Keep it like this for about a week and then we'll pull them from their moms completely. That way they're ready to go to their new homes. You need to get your whole body out of there. A little too many babies for the small of a feeder, but I'll get them more food. They'll have enough. I'm gonna let the babies get back on the mamas. I think this is a pretty good way to kind of let their udders know that there's not gonna be babies on them. Ready for the attack of the mamas? That's what I was looking for. Even when given the opportunity, they don't really nurse for long. The mamas are kicking them off. We've also been letting them out to graze with the mamas and burn a little bit extra energy. These meat chickens have spent about an extra week in the brooder. We were waiting for a rainstorm to pass, and it did. Thank goodness we waited because it was 2.5 inches of rain. We split these birds with our neighbors, and they are going over there now to grow out in their pens specifically made for pasture-raised chickens. This pen is really easy to move around. It's got an attached water at the back and a canvas that you can roll up and get to the birds. It's fairly predator proof. We put them in an electric fence area and there's 2 livestock guardian dogs in there. These chickens will be finished about May 20th when we're processing them, and we're excited for the meat. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I upload most Sundays and you can keep watching us grow our farm. Have a good one.